What's going on, guys? It's your boy Waifu back at it again with another video. So I'm here. I don't have a studio space. I'm not in my old room. It's a new setup. There's a wall right here. I'll make sure this is empty. I'm using the wall because I'm gonna try to edit some photos in, and I kind of want you guys to see what I'm talking about because I went back and watched my Demon Slayer video where I talked about the Demon Slayer figures, and oh boy, you guys had no idea what I was talking about because I didn't have anything on screen. So I'm gonna throw some pictures up right here. So if I'm talking about it, it's because it's here now. So yeah, Mcfarlane. Oh boy. So I wish I could kind of come back here and talk under better circumstances, but unfortunately, Todd does not allow that. Now, Todd McFarlane is the creator of a couple really fantastic comic covers and artwork. He is also the creator of Spawn, the comic book superhero, I think. Now, Todd has a company called Mcfarlane Toys in which he makes toys. McFarlane makes the toys. Now, of course, I've talked about McFarlane toys on this channel a lot. I've done the Ultimate Collection, which I'm probably gonna need to update soon because there have been a lot more pieces, and even some Marvel Legends. I picked up some Marvel Legends, threw them in there, so obviously we gotta make a new video. That should hopefully be coming later this year, if I don't put it off too much. Todd, he messed up. Now, McFarlane Toys is known for their pretty unshakable prices. You know, Marvel Legends, Funko, everything kind of like lost it during the pandemic, and they all shifted in prices in different ways. Funko Pop's going up to almost $15, and Marvel Legends is shooting upwards from $30 to $40 a figure, which is kind of ridiculous. Especially, I know people lost it over the Insomniac Spider-Man 2 Spider-Man, I think, was the thing that people were like, whoa, this is ridiculous. It was basically just a worse version of the PS4 Spider-Man version. I'm not going to get into that. Maybe I'll throw a picture up on the screen. I don't know. But yeah, today we're talking about McFarlane. So I got a notification on my phone, as I do, because the only notifications I have on for Instagram are for McFarlane Toys. Sorry, Mom. And oh boy, I saw a Superman. First off, we still don't have the figures that are supposed to be coming in soon, that are supposed to like release this year, which are the Nightfall, Nightwing, and Classic Superman. Whatever that means. Superman is really great. I think the Classic Superman is awesome. And then we also have, which I'm probably going to throw pictures on the screen too, we also have the new Superman that's coming out, which is Superman Earth 2 from the Crisis on Infinite Earths event. And I was reading the description and I saw, oh, it's already on pre-order. I'll go check it out. But I wanted to check the comments first. I always check the comments. They were tearing Todd a new one. Why? Because the release price of this figure is $39.99. Now, let me give you some other things that are around that price range already sold by McFarlane Toys. For about $29.99, you can get some of the motorcycles they have. The most recent one being the Batfleck motorcycle. You can get the Robert Pattinson motorcycle, the, if you can still find it, Nightfall motorcycle. There are a lot of vehicles, two-wheeled bat vehicles, for about that same price point at McFarlane Toys, about that price point, $29.99. Closer to the $39.99 is Megafigs, Sabak, the Anti-Monitor, which I'm going to get into in a little bit, the Batbuster, I think is what it's called, Atom Smasher, for some reason, oh, Darkseid and Steppenwolf, they all fall under the Megafig. So they cost baseline $39.99, which is fine because they're big boys. I don't know how tall they are exactly. I think they fall under 16 inches. That's probably not accurate, but I think that's what it is. For a little bit more than that, you can get like the statuettes, which are about $50. Like the Black Adam and the Blue Beetle one, I'll throw those up too. These about kind of relatively in the same price range. Now, benefit of the doubt, Superman is part of a 4-figure McFarlane Toys exclusive. Crisis on Infinite Earths Build-A-Figure Wave. So, a couple things we got to unpack. A baseline figure for McFarlane Toys costs about $19.99. The most recent figures that they're doing with the Superman and Nightwing, which aren't releasing until this year, 2024, are going for about $22.99, so about 23 bucks, which isn't that bad. A $3 increase is very valid. A bonus figure piece, like a Build-A-Figure piece, costs $25.99 or $24.99, excuse me, for any baseline. So that was like the Dark Knight trilogy figures, that was the Dark Knight's metal figures. So anything that kind of fell under that was about $24.99. Now we have the gold label figures, which the gold label figures don't cost any extra for being a gold label. The most expensive thing about them is that they're hard to find. So the expensiveness comes in the kind of aftermarket, so it can become more expensive through the aftermarket purchase, or it can become more expensive through special retailers selling them, maybe a little bit more expensive, so it's like FYE. So a couple things. McFarlane Toys exclusive, just to the company, does not typically do well. They still have the Flash and Catwoman from the Batman movie and from the Flash movie, which, to be fair, the Flash movie definitely didn't do so great, but the Batman movie did really well. And then they re-released a new Catwoman that was more accurate to the film, which I'm not defending because they had plenty of time to make an accurate Catwoman. They released it, and then we were kind of put into an issue where, why would we have this issue now? Like, we should have had these figures before when they were more accurate. But that said, these figures aren't selling. So the McFarlane kind of gold label McFarlane Toys exclusive stuff is not selling well at all. They also just did like a multi-pack, deal for $300, where you can get the McFarlane Toys exclusive Batwing, I'm doing this off memory, by the way, so I really hope this isn't that bad. The McFarlane Toys exclusive Last Night on Earth Batman and Omega, I'm pretty sure what it is. The Platina Edition Superman armor thing, I don't remember what that's called, and the Joker with the weird BDSM mask thing. Like, so like that whole set is 300 bucks. It sounds like they're trying to unload stock to me because they aren't selling well. So doing an entire four-figure wave, Build-A-Figure wave, under this is ridiculous because they know it probably isn't going to sell well. They probably should have done it under something like Target if they were really looking forward to do something kind of more gold label and exclusive. Doing it McFarlane Toys doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Now, the next thing, the price point. Yes, all four figures are $39.99. Wow, that is almost impressive because we saw a small jump in price. A $15 jump in price is ridiculous. That is wild. That is something I never would have expected, something I never thought of. But we got it now. A $15 jump in price. $15. That's just wild. Whoa. So yeah, people were ripping Todd a new one, which I can't defend Todd on this one. I can't. If it was like a $5 increase, fine. Like 30 bucks seems good, but $40 a figure is crazy. So before shipping, which by the way, these are McFarlane Toys official, online exclusives. You can't buy them in person, so you have to pay for shipping because shipping is not free. That's another $10 to $15. All four figures plus shipping is about $175, just about. Now, they did bring down the price. If you buy all four of them at the exact same time, it drops to like $137, I think is what that price is, like $137. I'll throw it up on the screen. That ain't great. I mean, that's still really rough, especially considering a whole Build-A-Figure wave last year cost about $100 without any deals, without anything like crazy like that. So that is just wild to me that they are trying to get away with something like this. So yeah, let's actually just talk about the figures first, because I can't focus on this price point at all. I mean, we all know they aren't going to be worth it at the end of the day. So what do we got here? So for this list, we have the Superman, which is very specifically Earth 2 Superman. I'll again throw up pictures on the screen and fine. I don't know anything about Earth 2 Superman. I only really wrote down stuff for characters I didn't know anything about, like the Spectre and Psycho Pirate, which, spoiler alert, they're in this wave. Superman looks pretty good. He has two kind of like sprawled out hands, two closed fists. That's it. That, and he comes with the Build-A-Figure arms, I believe, and that's the only figure I know anything about the Build-A-Figure parts for. $39.99. The body doesn't look new. I'm pretty sure the body's reused from somewhere. The head is new, and it looks like it could be a cloth cape, which would be very, very nice. At least we aren't getting spit on, you know what I mean? Because that would be... Imagine getting hard plastic capes on a $40 figure. That's crazy. Next up, Kid Flash, also $39.99. He comes with fists and like running hands, so you can kind of do like the Jay Garrick thing. He doesn't even come with electricity, like electricity things like all the other speedster characters come with, like Jay Garrick or the movie Flash or anything like that. He doesn't come with that stuff. He just comes with fists and running hands, and that's it. Next up is Psycho Pirate. Now, I knew nothing about Psycho Pirate. I don't know who he is. I don't know why he's on here. He's $39.99. This is all Crisis on Infinite Earths, by the way. Apparently, he's a pretty important character from Crisis on Infinite Earths. He has emotion manipulating powers. He was hired by the Anti-Monitor, so if that helps you. He messes with Barry the whole time, and he's from Earth 2. This version in particular is the Roger Hayden version. That's really all the Infinite things I thought were like worth mentioning. But fun fact, when I actually saw the pre-release for Superman, I didn't see what any of the other figures were. And I looked at the back of the box to see the cards because I realized they were all revealed. And the third card, I think is the one for Psycho Pirate, has Barry standing over Psycho Pirate. So everyone and their mom assumed Barry was going to be on this Build-A-Figure wish list, or Build-A-Figure list, and he wasn't. It's Psycho Pirate. So Psycho Pirate is on the bottom of the card getting his ass beat, and that is the card that you choose. You couldn't find anything cooler. To be fair, every picture of Psycho Pirate I found, he was getting his ass beat, either by Barry or Black Adam or someone. He's not really... But that just feels wrong. That they wouldn't even do that. The last figure in the four-figure Build-A-Figure wave is the Spectre. Now, the Spectre is also a Crisis on Infinite Earths character, but, you know, he's been in there before that. He's had bouts with, like, Dr. Fate and stuff like that. But this version in particular is from Crisis on Infinite Earths. Now, I knew that he was also part of, like, the Justice League Dark and stuff like that, but the Spectre in particular, in this version, during the Crisis on Infinite Earths event, guards the entrance to Hell, and at one point fights the Anti-Monitor while severely depowered, which is pretty cool. I mean, I gotta give him credit where credit is due. But we're just talking about the characters. By the way, Psycho Pirate and the Spectre have no accessories at all. The one that bothers me the most is probably the Spectre, because his cape is ridiculous. It is huge, it is cool, but it is all hard plastic. That is going to be a pain in the rear to get out of the plastic, because already there are a lot of cape problems, especially with the most recent Batman and Robin wave. A lot of people were having issues with the plastic around the back of the cape, like cutting into the cape. That's not good. That's not good at all. So I don't even know how they're going to package half of these characters. Superman or Earth 2 seems to be the only one who has a plastic cape. If I find out more information, I'll throw it on the screen at some point. I'll probably have done it earlier, but yeah, I don't know. The Monitor is the Build-A-Figure, not the Anti-Monitor, the Monitor, because I forgot that last year we already got the Anti-Monitor. Anti-Monitor is currently on sale for $29.99, so the Anti-Monitor is on sale. He's 25% off. No surprise there, he's not selling well. So if you, for some reason, wanted to pick up the Anti-Monitor with this wave, so you could have the Monitor, the Anti-Monitor, a couple of the big players in the story, there you go. Congratulations, you found the Monitor. Or the Anti-Monitor, excuse me. My apologies. But the Monitor seems to be a sort of Crisis on Infinite Earths, like Nick Fury type of character. Like, he's the one who collects all these different heroes. He grabs, like, Killer Frost, Psycho Pirate at one point. I'm assuming he betrays the team. Superman, the Kid Flash, all these different characters, he kind of grabs them and throws them in. So yeah, that's all I have for that information. So what is this kind of telling me? Because first off, it ain't telling me anything good. The first main batch of figures we have gotten this year, aside from Batfleck, have been disappointing mainly on the fact of their price. I think people would like these a lot more if they weren't priced so high. The Superman is a good Superman. The Kid Flash is a good Flash. The Spectre is a pretty solid figure for like a Justice League Dark Shelf. The problem is they're so expensive. That's ridiculous. $175 without any discounts or anything to buy all these figures. Almost $200 for 5 figures. That's ridiculous. That is crazy. Wow, that's ridiculous. And that's obviously, I'm throwing in shipping and stuff like that because shipping from Mcfarlane ain't cheap. That's how they get you. I don't know. I'm just disappointed. I'm mad. I wanted to make this video to talk about it because this is wild. This is ridiculous. I don't want to do this anymore. This is a waste of my time.